Calibrate media pipe. Again. My avatar looks like they're having a small health crisis. Uh-oh. So, the updates have arrived for the sickle, the inventory, and all kinds of goodies. So let's get into it. See what happens. So the mods are outdated. We need to see how bad this is going to affect them. Okay. So then we need to create a new world. Until they give us an update on the mods, until the mod teams update their mods to meet the current release. We are going to be using basically just the base game. So no guns. Okay, what is the current okay, why are you using that much of my CPU? That's strange. There we go. There's a Quebec thing right outside the walls, or the spawn point. That's cool. That means this is a safe zone. Nobody likes eggplant. But I'll snag it anyway. So... yeah. There's your spawn point. Oh, everything's kind of nicely tucked in together. Cool beans. I actually kind of like this map. So, grab some rubble, some required. Ellie, leave the cat alone. Now, as I remember... Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yes. That is so much smoother. I wonder when we're going to get different arrow types, though. Okay. Now we get to do some map research before we get too far into things. That looks like potentially enemy turf. We'll have to see about that. There's an azure area with some water. That's good to see. Is there another one? There's a smaller... There's a couple smaller ones, too. Check those out. Those will be good for what we're doing. Actually, a lot of the stuff that I need is, like, right immediately available. Like, even there's a desert not too far from here, too. This map seems a little bit more compressed with the stuff that I actually need. Those berries will come in handy. Grab another tree. Okay, so stone. Should not. No. No. Decorative marble. Cobblestone. Perfect. Grab a couple more because it's going to be a recurring thing that we're going to need right off. Mining feels a little bit better too. I don't know if they did any changes to that, but... Okay. Now, for the placement. Okay. Oh, that's something I'm excited about too. I can make a buttload of arrows and just load them into my backpack later. That is going to be amazing. Food. Torches. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this time I'm going to do something a little different because of, I've been kind of having qualms with the chest placement. I would idealistically want them in the middle here, but I think what we'll do is we'll put them here. Yep. Makes all the difference. Okay. Now, I don't want to get too far into the whole, creating a mine shaft thing just yet. I do have a reason for that. So, this is a no mods world. I don't have to worry about the chase me thing. And I don't have to worry about high-powered mobs coming after me. So I think what we're just going to do is we'll section this off, get it ready for a door, make a door, just so I don't have to worry about nighttime shenanigans. Bench. Okay, what do we have? I'll need one of those. We'll need one of those. We're gonna need a tanning rack, but I need to go get some hide. Those two I'm gonna have to do some mining for. Now, placement. Put the things that need fuel over there. Fiber. You need some more fiber in your diet. Are you kidding with how many vegetables and fruit my character's gonna end up eating? You must be kidding. Another thing I like about these temples is they kind of give you a good little starting point for like getting basic supplies. Furniture. I need a bed. I need to see if we have any stones and marble. That one's decorative, huh? That's too bad. Okay, that should allow my character to... Well, it's not seamless, that's for sure. I do like those half slabs, so they come in handy. Okay. Kind of decorate that a little bit. Put one there, just for ID that this is in fact my base. Alright. Now, there's a pond there. There is a mine entrance there, but it's kind of a ways off. Is there something closer? I normally go out that way with my mine shafts on these, but I think we're going to do something different this time. And I think we're going to go out this way. And we're going to smack some blocks down. This is as much for the cobble as it is to build a mine shaft. So. So today is going to be a very low stress stream. I know you're doing a high stress anything. Shocker. Until some health things regenerate, so to speak, or get down to medically acceptable levels, pressure mostly. I'm going to start a regimen of more or less baby aspirin, the low dose stuff, where I'm figuring out some family genetic health stuffs that have presented themselves as problematic. And I don't mean that as in the liberal sense of the word either. I mean that as in the, oh my god, how are you still functioning kind of thing. We did find a cave relatively quickly, so that's good news. We're gonna spot some torches in here. I said torches, not that. One of the modifications that we're going to be doing to the stream, and you're not going to notice it so much as I will, is I'm looking at getting an Azeron Keyzen. Look, a lot of keyboard fanatics out there are going to say, oh my god, it's a gamepad, it's not a keyboard. Dude, it's what I'm comfortable with, okay? I've been using joysticks so long that I need something familiar. So, oh, you clever little turd. Oh, that damage is pretty impressive too. Well, there's some light hide. Do I want to push the issue and go for iron now, or do I want to take the copper that I have? I think we're just gonna get the hell out of here. No, thank you. Actually, maybe yes. Because I don't think you can climb up here. Well, with them spawning in this particular area, I see another one in the distance. Getting the upgrade materials I need for that is going to be simple. Let's go. I don't like spiders. I know there's an arachnophobia setting on here. And believe me, there's a very strong chance that I might investigate because Ugh. Like, just seeing those 8-legged freaks makes my blood pressure climb a little bit. So, yeah. Seal that off. I don't want to accidentally fall in a hole when I come up here. Also, I think we're gonna build that into where the bed will go. Just not like that. That, and hit the start. Back over here to the workbench. Over to the pickaxe area. 3, and any 3 of those. So we need more wood. No, we're not doing that. No more Lord of the Rings jokes. We've all heard them. We're all getting kind of tired of them. Come up with something better, dude. So, unlike Minecraft video creators for stuff that like Forge Labs, Shadow, and some of the others do, this is a stream, so I don't have the real opportunity to script my jokes. I'm not saying scripting jokes is a bad thing. I'm not looking down on it or anything. It's just not something that I have the option for. So. And that has to do with the nature of streaming versus doing a video with overly recorded commentary after the fact. But maybe in the future we can look into doing some stuff along those lines. Excuse me. Right now, because of the nature of life and the way things are going, I don't have the time to record and then go back over the recording with some commentary. It takes, admittedly, a little too much time for me to do that right now. Because then I have to go into a video editor, and there's a whole litany of stuff I'd love to do that with. But again, because of certain situations being what they are, that's not a viable option at this point. That's actually a pretty solid looking mine shaft, but we're going to keep going. I'm gonna do this the way that I used to do my Minecraft mine shafts. Maybe not entirely. Just having an iron pickaxe, and access to some iron weapons and armor is kind of a priority. Definitely. So. Oh, that's a steep drop. Missing no like that. Because it'll give me cobblestone to work with, and I will explain, or rather just show why I'm choosing to do it that way. Okay, well, that will, a one block open probably won't hurt too much. I'll mark that off as a point of interest with the torch. Nope, that's as far as we're going. I know that was. And there's two of them. Great. There we go. Oh, please be dumb enough to follow. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty active light source. hard on this one. Before we get too greedy here, this is a moderately safe place to stop. Okay. Oh, there's more iron the way that I came in here. Queens. It's not the blood leaf, but it's okay. It's more of a surface thing anyway. I don't have a melee weapon equipped. Gotta do something about that. That's a hazard if there ever was one. Just put that one there. I've seen a lot of iron coming from this block type, so... for this particular vein. Definitely toasted. Okay. Put another one in that little corner there. Okay, so this I don't like. Actually, I do like. Okay. It's not a direct draw. Good. Good, good, good. Fascinating. Got a little underwater or underground pool here. Okay. Well, we're not going to get too far off base because really can't afford to pick a fight with anything that much bigger than me. Stuff like this has me concerned about there being potential baddies in the area, and I don't mean that as in the goth baddie that has virally taken over men. I mean it as in Okay. Want to put my bed up here. That's day one. Got a lot done on day one, actually. Weird. Okay, put that over there. And you. Go. Okay, think for a minute. I need to go out and get some more tree wood. Need more wood. Again. So for the most part, this is starting out like a very standard Hytale jump in. With a really, really good spawn point, in my opinion. So, spawn points, two theories in Hytale. Minecraft as well. You either want, like, idealistically when you're doing Minecraft, you want, what was it? Jungle, desert, and, well, the gray forest would be, the pale forest would be nice, but, a mansion would be great because then you can get an early totem. But that's not necessarily going to happen to you all the time. You usually don't want your tanning rack that close to an open flame. Just saying. It's like a little bit of personal knowledge. Another piece of light leather. Let's go hunt. See what we can find up top. Mostly because I don't want to go back into the caves. An apple. What are you? That's a chicken. But that does beg the age-old question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Dude, better material. Come on, man. Your brain can do better than that. It's like a bunny rabbit or a sheep or something. This is close enough, I could almost bet that if it goes at the right angle, it probably intersects with... Yeah. too quickly. Let's go make that pickaxe. I'm gonna need your guys' stuff later, but I'm not really in the mood to mess around with that too much right now. Leather. Where's the good stuff? Oh, if this had controller support, I'd probably move my mic over to the couch and just play it with a friggin' controller at this point. Did that delete me? Yeah, I know it is. I don't really care. You know what? Can I make 2 of these? Yes, I can. Alright. Cool. Take out that top layer. That's okay. What? Ew. That, might serve to be a problem. Why can't they open? Okay. That would definitely be what we would classify as a problem. 2 of those. That's weird because I had a big door like that on one of my other files. It opened just fine. So... Okay, I think I get what's going on here. Well, I thought I knew what was going on here. Okay. To open this area up anyway. A little peephole to shoot out of isn't a bad idea. Woody? Yep, give me a minute. right back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I need to find an extra cushion to put in that chair somewhere. Pickles, I'll put them on there for you. You're welcome. I know, baby, I'm sorry. While I'm out here. What? There's the stuff that you and Graham couldn't eat. You know what? That might be a quicker fix. Yeah, but there was some pork left in a bowl.
What?
There was some left in a bowl in the fridge.
Potatoes too?
Yep.
Can I have some?
Yep. Got it in the microwave already.
I love you.
Love you too. This.
Can you cut up to me?
I can try. coming, baby. Hang on. No, you didn't. You fuckers didn't. Okay, clearly I can't trust my fucking food around here. Fucking clearly. Try to make something for myself to fucking eat. You little bastards want to try to knock it off. You're fucking on a dog. Love you. You want me to shut the door? You're welcome, baby. Oh, fudge. Just wanted to make a little lunch. Oh my god. I can't even sit down and do shit without you little fuckers getting into shit. Bitch. Now just calm down. You're letting your blood pressure get out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally not lunch that's doing that to me. Yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a button on there that shows a piece of bread. You push it. Okay. Then you didn't turn it on. There's a power button on it in the dead center at the bottom. I'll never get to do my streaming today because apparently I have. There you go. And then just push the start. The same. Push the start button. There you go. Mm-hmm. What indeed, Tim? It's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing about it. Because it's tragic that this happened, but like, go watch Paradise PD sometime. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to stop Tim Pool right there. He's covering the Rhode Island shooter. He's got a point that that person would be seen as a monster, plain and simple, and he's not wrong. But it's just like, it's like I was saying about Paradise PD. The scene with the what's their names? Gina, Dusty, and I just had his name on my tongue. It's the cop episode, the Blue Lives Matter episode of Paradise PD and Black Lives Matter. Like, we've gotten to the point where weird shit like this is going to start arising. Like, you don't understand. We've pushed and pushed and pushed this narrative of them versus us to the point where the contrarian view, which, yes, is a thing, it is absolutely acceptable to be contrarian, whether you agree with that concept or not, it is a thing. Okay? In order to be a contrarian, you have to literally be... Heaven help me for using this word, it's going to get me banned, but... Transgender, transvestite, one of the two, right? Or maybe even you're naturally hermaphroditic because of, like, a birth defect, right? In order to be a proper contrarian, you have to exemplify complete opposites at the same time. You have to be a literal living oxymoron. Right? And only a moron would do that. And yes, I will absolutely call a monster who goes into a hockey game and shoots up the place a moron, a monster, and every other foul fucking name I can pull out of my ass, because it's what they are. And no, I do not give leeway for people with mental disorders. Nor will I ever. If you want leeway, if you want forgiveness or polite speaking, go to a church. Go talk to a lawyer. You know, I'm not that guy. Reaming on these stupid-ass social trends that, by the way, have officially just gotten people fucking killed because contrarians do exist. Yeah, no. It's not surprising. It's not... It's tragic. Oh, infinitely fucking tragic. Should it have happened in the first place? Hell no. These people should have been expected to be able to live safe, happy, healthy lives. But because, you know, the medical industry and social media industry, industrial complex, because these exist, and whether you want to accept there's a social media industrial complex or not is kind of your own problem. It does exist, and it doesn't need your permission to exist, it just does. Because these things are things, they're all things that we all, every last one of us, need to recognize and understand that are a part of both, that are a part of our modern fabric of society. Does that mean we have to like it? No. No, you don't. You don't even have to agree with it, but you have to accept that it's there. So, I would argue that this guy was mentally ill. Yes, absolutely. I would argue that he was probably also trying to be contradictive in nature on purpose, because he didn't know what to do, because we live in a world that doesn't let you just be your fucking self. You have to fit into a box, right? Like you're already a corpse, and they're just looking for a box to put you in. Now, you don't have to like that perspective, but it is something that I have observed. Like, it's very grim, but it is kind of the reality that we've created for ourselves between the previous generations of mass media and the current generation of social media. It's literally what we've created for ourselves. There is no real defining trait for this man when you can literally sit there, and I'm not spitting fucking lies here, I'm actually telling you the truth, okay? When you have someone like Tim Pool get online, and part of his news reporting for the day includes this in a sentence, and I'm quoting here, a transgender, neo-Nazi, neo-fascist leftist, you've hit the point of insanity to the point where none of it means anything anymore. And I do mean that. These labels mean absolutely jack shit. They're just things that random people believe in, but their bearing on your day-to-day life don't mean a fucking thing anymore. Coming from a normie here. Coming from someone who doesn't spend the entirety of their fucking life in front of this bullshit, that's the way we see it. Like, I'm definitely not a part of the news class. I'm not some journalist, ambulance chaser. I'm a fat man who sits at home playing video games and eats, what is this, ham, cheese, lettuce, and ranch dressing in a friggin' tortilla shell for lunch. Actually, it tastes alright. Not great, but alright. I'm actually full. I shouldn't have made 2 of them. That was stupid. That was definitely a stupid. You know what? The question that I'm kind of posing right now is, what's the smart thing to do? Disregard this stuff as basically bullshit? Or do we confront it and talk about it? See, I'm perfectly fine not talking about this shit. Absolutely fucking fine. Because number one, I have family members that do fall into these categories of choosing a life of sin. And whether you agree with that assessment or not is not my fucking problem. It's a degenerate lifestyle, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's as, if not more, degenerate than me being a lazy fucking shit. Like, you're making a choice to willfully go against nature and God, which isn't my problem. It's not my freaking problem. Okay? Like, y'all have heard the word of God at some point in your fucking lives and chose to ignore it. And I know there's going to be some uber Christian out there who's going to get on here and say, that's not a very Christian way to think. I'm in my mid-30s. I've seen a lot of shit. In fact, probably triple the amount of shit that anyone my age should have fucking seen. And yet, here we are. To say that I have run out of fucking patience with all of this shit would be an understatement. No, we're gonna do the twin sisters thing. Uh-oh. We're gonna redesign. Okay. So number one, because I do understand this game to a basic degree, okay, we'll put that there. Put you there. You there. I want to put the armor next to it, so we can put you there. you there. Put the tanning rack next to one of the sisters. Put a torch over the second sister. And there we go. Home sweet home. More or less. Drop that and that in there. Those. Drop them in here. And turn them on. So, I'm not really a big current events guy because of stupid shit like this. What I can say, and what I am going to say, and this is going to catch me some flack from a lot of my fellow people out there who think the pharmaceutical industry is great. They're not great. They fucking suck. Okay? They do. Probably the nicest part of the pharmaceutical industry, the hospital and the hospitalization industrial complex, or however you want to word that, is going to be physical therapists, because they're some of the nicest people who legitimately seem to just want to help people. Now, I'm sure there's bad apples no matter where you go. But if you were to sink me into potentially getting a job as a profession in a medical field, I'd probably go with a physical therapist. I would. And it's not because, ooh, it's easy work. No, it's not easy work. It's actually very complex, very complicated. Lots of paperwork, lots of things can go wrong, lots of insurances to deal with, lots of training, whatever. My point is that, and it's not even, it's definitely not even about being tolerant or accepting of people because they're, fuck that shit. You're not there for that. You're there to help someone get back on their fucking feet. Literally. You're there for a very specific assigned fucking purpose. And I am literally, I'm going to tell you what I am. Alright? I'm an well, I didn't used to be animated, but I'm an animated talking head on the fucking internet, literally running my suck. And I'm animated not necessarily because I want to be this mysterious VTuber that no one knows what he looks like. I have plenty of live action friggin' streams out there that show my face, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. It's just, I made that change more for everyone else's sake. It was less of a me thing, it was more of a, I have a face that's meant for radio, and let's just leave it at that. And I'm accepting of that fact. It doesn't bug me. It's not like I'm, like, severely depressed over it or anything. It's just something that, when you're in the position that I'm in, trying to make a career out of this whole YouTube thing, while doing a lot of other things, you're just generally trying different things to try to improve your channel. And unlocking the ability to use a VTuber model was just one of those things. It wasn't a self-esteem issue thing, anything like that. Personally, day to day, I don't have a problem with how I look. I think I look just fucking fine. Might need to lose a little bit of weight, and that's more medical than physical appearance, but, and again, it's something we're working on, right? Like, I'm working on losing weight, I'm taking care of somebody who is trying to take care of herself, but physically is not in a good position to do that. And that's why I'm here. It works twofold. And I am perfectly accepting of that fact. It doesn't bother me. It's what you do When you love somebody, you do things for them, not because you have to, although you might, right? It might be a necessity for you to do these things. But that's not why you're doing them. You're doing them because you want to. If I didn't love the person that I'm with right now, she'd still be in her old place of living. I wouldn't have brought her into the home that I'm living in. You know, a lot of things would be drastically fucking different. And I'd probably be by my fucking self at this point. An outcome that, while I was okay with it, wasn't exactly desirable. So, because I did not desire to be alone, I made the changes and am still working on making the changes in my life that keep me from being alone. That it was a decision that I made and was well within my rights to make it. Oh yeah, they did add those, didn't they? Cool beans. Okay. I think I want some steps that wrap around that. But that has more to do with personal choices and decisions about outcomes that I want, or, well, now that we want, because it's we, not just I anymore. I'm also going to say the kind of hurtful thing that I had several choices as far as who I wanted to be with. I chose to be with who I wanted to be with. I'm also going to add into that by saying this, and this is going to be, part of what I said before, if I didn't want to be with who I was with, I wouldn't be with them. I'm independent enough, mentally and physically, to make those decisions on my fucking own. I don't need the internet, my family, my friends, yada yada yada, telling me any of this shit. I make these decisions on my own. And I'm gonna say something else too. Does she disrupt the stream? Yeah, sure, sometimes. When she needs something, I get, I get the occasional outside interaction, but you know what? That doesn't bother me. In fact, Call me crazy, but I think it adds value to the fucking stream. That's my opinion. I think that you guys seeing a somewhat healthy relationship adds value to your fucking lives, because most of you wouldn't know a healthy relationship if it walked up to you with a fucking cast iron frying pan and pegged you one right in the fucking forehead. And healthy relationships don't mean that we don't argue and get under each other's skin once in a while. That's normal. You're living with someone else. You're building a life together. You're gonna get on each other's nerves. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. It's part of life. If you can't grow up and act like a grown-up, then don't have an adult-type relationship. Have friends. Not friends with benefits, because that's degenerate, but... Which, I know that makes me sound hypocritical because of the things I've done in my past, but I'm willing to acknowledge my fucking mistakes. All 29 and a half of them. One of them didn't result into anything, so I guess you can't really call that, you know... I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but, like... It is what it is. But what I'm not going to do is sit here friggin' quietly and just watch the rest of you on your little highway to hell without saying, hey, yeah, there's a better fucking way. And if you don't think Jesus cussed, read what he did in the temple. Like, straight up. Jesus was a badass. He was an exemplification of the values of a man should be dangerous but controlled, meaning self-control. You should know when to fight and know when to walk away. Being passive is not being peaceful. That's just how you invite ruin to your life and your family. So... Oh, I need that medium leather. But actually, I gotta get up again and make some Gatorade. Thomas Matthew, man. Wow. I took some in here. Just a handful.
Okay.
I put them in my wrap.
There's shit on the floor.
Yep. I'll deal with it. I gotta get up anyway. I gotta get something to drink, and I'm done with this. I gotta put these back before Odie decides the plastic is, you know.
I'm freezing.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm not feeling good at all.
You want a cup of hot cocoa?
Yes. If I have any left, I want.
Okay.
Only if it's the one at Maggie's didn't want.
I threw that one out.
I'm having sharp pains in my knee.
Yeah. I know, it's definitely like that. Yeah, Rorschach, that's a word.
Baby,
What?
make sure you make it chocolate, baby.
I'm going to.
Last time it was watery. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
I love you.
I love you too.
You need to bring it down to me. I want cookies.
Yep. Well, Stephen Colbert's a fucking overpriced clown anyway. He doesn't matter. His viewership is so fucking low. Like, if I actually put effort into my streams, I could outperform him on a daily basis if I wanted to. I could. Absolutely. Anyone could. Yeah, it's the actual video, and oh my god, that's loud. Should grab another bottle of spray clean because that thing stinks. Love you, baby. Love you too, baby. I know. Sorry. What, baby? I don't know what to do. You know the difference between the leader of the FCC and Stephen Colbert? Stephen Colbert is another clown that just likes to run his mouth on TV. The leader of the FCC actually has the ability to do something about it. So, why not? Okay. Okay, that one was pretty funny. Yeah, tell that to Joe Biden. Well, yeah. Well, I'm not going to sit here and opine on who's cheating in what election. Here's why. Um, if you gave the right the opportunity to, and they knew they could get away with it, they'd do it. Like, no one on the right wants to admit that there are people who, on the right, if they knew they could get away with it, would cheat. 100%. 100 fucking percent. I'm not telling you where I was born based off of a fucking meme. That's not gonna happen. Um. An $80 million loss, there better be a fucking lawsuit. Are you kidding? Wow. Note to self, stay away from the ashes of creation. Okay. Look, I like Styx. I don't like Jesse Jackson. I think he was a charlatan and a fraud. But I'm not going to sit here and dance on the grave of the dead. That's not who I am. That's not how I operate. Your title belies a very malicious intent. And I'm not going to watch that video, Styx. Love your stuff otherwise. Guilt by association, that's fucking wrong. It's an adorable plushie. Well, yeah, there's a desire out there for good Christian plushies and paraphernalia. It's just, it doesn't exist because Makeshift and companies like them, they want to hold an atheistical friggin' approach to things, and it's just not, it's not good for their market because they're literally chopping off a very decent sized, market share for religious or political reasons. How? Oh, I'll never get these fucking people to support me at all. At all. And I don't care. Yeah. Yep. Well, you know what? You might not say it, but I'll say it. Most likely, it did have to do with religious tweets. Uh-huh. Before we do, I'm watching a video by Revs, or listening to rather, a video by Rev Says Desu. I can't lie, this is really bad, is the title, but it has to do with Celestium. Celestium is a VTuber who is, like, religious to the max. And, well, not to the max, but to a specified degree. I can tell you as a matter of fact right now, Makeshift, those unspecified tweets, I guarantee you, you give it less than a week, maybe even a mad maximum a month or two, right? They're going to come out, and they're going to publish, or she's going to publish, the tweets in question, and they're going to be religious. They're going to be deeply religious. Because, as I said before, if it's not some atheistic friggin' world viewpoint, they're against it. Oh, and if you're Islam, too, because they'll do that, too. It's just if you have a Christian worldview, they'll discriminate like crazy. And they're not the only company that does this shit, by the way. They're just the most recent example. They're not they're not all the kids who passed the notes in class. They're just the ones who got caught. handing the note to somebody else. It might not even be their note. But, oh yeah, no, if there's anything even remotely religious in those fucking tweets, she could potentially have a discrimination lawsuit against them, very simply, very easily. And that's why, this is why I don't want to be a company. I don't mind having my own brand, my own way of doing things. But but I don't want to be held to that fucking tier of not really responsibility. I'm not too concerned with the fucking responsibility, but rather the legal fucking mindset of, oh, you have to be careful what you think, if you could be sued for the wrong fucking thing. Dude, it's the First Amendment. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. If you have an issue for it, go buy a box of tissues, because you'll get more relief out of them than you will me. I'm not playing that fucking game. I will not be politically correct. I will not be tolerant. I will not be any of these fucking buzzwords that these morons in suits want me to be, because I'm not going to play that way. Sorry. It's my channel. It's my fucking name. It's my word that's going out there. It's not theirs. It's on their platform, sure, and if they want to deplatform me, that's their business. But that's why I like Rumble. Rumble, more or less, within certain limitations that are not particularly politically correct by any stretch of the imagination, Rumble lets you get away with saying whatever the hell you want. As long as you're not inciting violence directly, or breaking some other federal law, they're literally not going to give a shit. And that's why I like working under their platform. Now, YouTube is the other platform that I broadcast to. I do not censor my words from YouTube. I'm also not monetized through YouTube. And there's a good reason for it. They have had me shadow banned since the day I fucking started. And it's not going to change. That's not going to change because I'm not going to change the tone and tenor of my channel for some fucking corporation. If that corporation owns the platform that I'm speaking on and they don't like what I have to say, fine, deplatform me, take me off, and I'll go find another platform and just re-upload. You can't stop me from doing that. There is nothing in any of the terms of services that I signed, and I read them, that prevents me from re-uploading. If it did, I would have never signed up for your platform in the first place. Why do you think I won't do Twitch? They're very sensitive about you broadcasting to their competitors. They're a bunch of oversensitive babies that have an issue with multi-streaming, apparently, because they're afraid of a nice little thing called market competition. Heaven forbid. But yet, you know, they don't have a problem. Oh, and that's another thing, too. They have a problem with people who express religious views on their fucking platform all day. Unless it's Islam. Unless it's some friggin' Terry. Or Terry supporter like, you know, Hassan. And his orbit of cronies. Because, you know, that shit's perfectly acceptable by Twitch standards. But yet, you know, having a Christian worldview isn't. So, you know, yeah, Twitch can fuck itself. Oh, you're missing out on it. They wouldn't monetize me any the fuck way. Like, I could literally have them write in contract, and I'm not kidding, barring breaking federal law, I can say anything as hateful and spiteful or whatever that I want. I could have that in writing with penalties for breaking the contract in any way, shape, or form, and the second, and I mean the second I say anything Christian on there that they don't approve of, they're gonna break that fucking contract. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. And this is not just the edgy Christ is King thing. Yeah, that's my opinion of fucking Twitch right there. My model isn't picking it up, but there you go. Close enough. Kick leaves me the fuck alone. The only problem I have with Kick is the fucking bots. And I'm not kidding when I say that. They have a serious botting issue. If they could fix it, then I'd just about argue that they were basically the perfect streaming platform. But, you know. But, I mean, it's either deal with the bots or end up on a platform that you're eventually going to get banned off of anyway because they don't agree with your worldview, no matter what that may be. So. And to be blunt, I am very much a Christian. But I won't be cowed into submission by people who are using my faith in a bad faith argument to try to silence me. That's not gonna fucking happen. I've had people try it in my party chats on the Xbox before. I've read the Bible front to back, they say. And then they'll turn around and say, oh, you can't say that, that's hateful. Excuse me. If you find it hurtful, but it's true, that sounds like your problem, not a truth problem. It's not hurtful, it's what you needed to fucking hear. So, that sounds more like your problem. Do you honestly think that... Alright, honest question. If you got to the judgment seat at the end times, and God looked at you and said, you're not in the book of life, I knew you're not, you're going to damnation. Do you honestly think sitting there saying that's hurtful is gonna change that fucking outcome? Because if you do, you're a fucking moron. I mean, straight up, you're an idiot. There we go. A little bit of extra weather protection. Not like I need to worry about that in this game, although an inclement weather thing would be fun to have as an option. But let's get back, I'm gonna get back to listening to this. I just won't buy anything from Makeshift. Well, there you go. There you go. That's happy. Was it good, baby? Did it help any?
I'm a little warmer, but my feet are still cold.
Sorry.
Frankly, I just don't feel good.
I'm sorry.
And your dog is a tripping hazard.
Ellie, quit being a tripping hazard. Love you.
Love you too. Very much. Will you come get me when you're done?
Yep.
When will that be?
You got about an hour and a half.
So at like 3:30.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take a nap.
Okay, baby.
I haven't fallen asleep yet. I've been watching the Red Green Show. It's a little obnoxious.
It is. Well, yeah, they're not the news anymore. Ellie. No, they don't. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's also because it's easier to get online and to do a show, even like mine. Like, okay, if I were to take my VTuber model down right now and put up a logo in the background and do my own individual podcast, right? It'd probably cost me on top of the gear that I already have, mind you. Um, it would cost me literally like $15 for a poster to put behind me, or maybe more for doing a custom poster. Um, huh. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. Like, straight up. Yeah, it is. It is. Pay attention. He pays attention. Oh, Asmongold just went live. Hmm. Fascinating. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's true. So this is a different video. Asmongold is covering the view botting thing. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Um, if you're view botting, you only get like a cent or two. If you have a legit stream and you're not getting view botted, mm, Oh, definitely. Guys, I'm just fucking sucking right now. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. I've been at this for too long. Mm. I don't even care about that stuff. Well, no, they're right. Actually, Ice is right about that one. Um, yeah. Well, that is a reality. Like, I am actively losing the. I am actively losing the streaming race because I won't viewbot. Not on purpose anyway. I will not pay for someone to viewbot me, and put it that way. I will not go into a free viewbotting service of any kind. Um, but I will show you if they'll let me. Um, let me see if I can find it here. Okay, Here's the small, the abbreviated version of an example of a URL. In fact, we're done with the gameplay part of the streaming. I've been kind of encapsulated into this whole this video from Asmongold calling it fake. It's about view botting on streaming platforms. I'm going to show you something. You see this right here. nezhna.com. Okay. You want to know what these people are? I'll show you what they are. They are literally a botting service. Literally a service designed to bot your streams. These people have been in my Kick stream so many damn times trying to advertise their bullshit to try to get me to pay for their services that I don't even want, by the way. And they do all the platforms. Respect to Asmongold and everyone else for calling this out, but they're going to sit there and say, oh, well, YouTube's good about catching it. They have a YouTube service right there. Like, right there. Even fake subscribers that you can pay for. Right up to 1,000 of them. Right? Like, literally pay to play. Even X, I'm not sure what that is, but TikTok, Twitch, it doesn't matter. Every platform is targeted by these people. nezhna.com. Do not go through them for a service. It is scummy as hell. But they have been in my chat so many times that I've literally started banning people for dropping their friggin' their URL, in my chats. And while I do wish that I really do wish that someone, somewhere, would pick up at least this part of my live stream and run with it. It is an example of the shit. I'm just showing you what these fuckers are capable of and who I've found to be doing it. And I'm calling them out and showing you proof that they do it. They even have a quick buy function, so you don't have to register. So, I mean, yeah, no. The services exist out there. They need to be put down like the sick dogs that they are. And yet, here we are. So yes, it is all fake. It's 100% fake. I'm trying to do it legit, and these fucking scumbag view-botting companies contact me like, and my model's gonna go nuts because I just put my fucking hands on top of my head. But these view-bot, subscriber-bot fucking companies won't leave my fucking chats alone. They're always in there trying to advertise their bullshit. And I'm fucking sick of it. Like, if Kick wants to do something about it, here's what we do. And I'm gonna get fucking banned, but these are the banned words in my fucking streams. Just as like an example. And they'll use other types of like spacing, other characters that are not, yada yada yada. If Kick wants to do something useful with their AI moderation tools, here you go. And yeah, I've banned people for this shit. It's literally because, and a majority of these bans, like maybe one of them wasn't. I think, was it in here that, yeah. He was the only one who I didn't do because of that. I banned him for something else. Yeah. I don't allow people to post links in my chat. I don't allow that shit because it takes away from my stream. And it does for anyone else's stream too. I will never allow viewers to post links in my chat. Ever. But because I don't, here's what they do. And again, I'm going to get in trouble for showing off the words that I have specifically removed or banned words that will instantly be censored, which are probably instantly censored by the AI anyway. They'll type it up in such a way that it doesn't show up as a hyperlink. That's what they're fucking doing. Yeah, so like, if someone wants to do something, if someone in Kick's like overall AI moderation whatever wants to do something useful, make it so every variation of a hyperlink that doesn't specifically show up as a hyperlink, meaning if it shows up with a .com, .org anywhere in the conversation, make it so we can ban that. In fact, I want to be able to ban parts of a word. Specifically, I want to be able to ban parts of a URL. .com, .org, .tf, or whatever comes up, right? I want to be able to ban specifically those. And that will remove... One of the things that I did do, though, that was intelligent was I adjusted the account age restrictions. I might shift this to an hour, but I have it set to 12 hours because I literally want, like, real people showing up. I should not have to do this, but because if I do shut this off, we'll have that same service posting messages in my chat, blocking out the real people who may want to criticize me or tell a joke or say something or offer some sort of valuable input. And like this poor fella here, he's been in here a few times. I don't know if he's real or not. Like, okay. There's no way for me to know specifically if this guy is legit. He has no videos. He has no clips. Okay, here we go. No, see, he's trying to pull off into AI. Yeah. Yeah, he's an AI pull. What's his YouTube look like? Yep, it's just AI slop. It's literally AI slop. I'm actually kind of pissed off because, you know, he's actually doing the same rate I am at subscribers, but like he's only got 29 videos. I have quite a few. But like, yeah, no, absolutely a problem with Kick, Twitch, and everyone else. It's literally a website. Literally a website. And anyone can find it. The fact that they won't crack down on that kind of shit, it's more because they're worried about how it'll make their own margins look if they do. Because if they do crack down on it, they're gonna lose, like, to quote the Donald, they're gonna lose very bigly. If they were to crack down on this stuff, because then their viewership numbers tank by the tune of like 15-20%, and in some cases probably closer to 50. You know, and hey, I'll be honest, they won't let me do it, right? Like, I can't pull up my follower. I don't know if I can actually. I've tried before and never really got. Excuse me. Like, it doesn't show up in revenue. which, yes, is 0 for a reason. It doesn't show up in your path to verification, which, by the way, this is not some top secret information right here. This is literally, like, this is normal, everyday shit. I'm not verified yet. You know. And, by the way, I want to earn my verification. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to cheat to get it. I want you to be here because you want to be here. Okay? I don't want some bot from friggin' Thailand or India or Pakistan or fucking China showing up and just sitting there to show my numbers are higher than they are. No. See, I want you to come in here and subscribe to my content and be here for my content. Which, by the way, my content is for a very select number of people. People who like boring-ass people who sit around and play video games and just want to see what the hell they're up to. And maybe mouth off about some politics and shit somewhere along the way. I ain't afraid to say it. I'm a boring asshole. Emphasis on the word asshole, by the way. But every once in a while, we get that little ray of sunshine that is my future wife. Probably the one relief in the desert of me being just a constant jackass to people. But I'm going to warn you right now. Neither one of us play that politically correct bullshit game. We don't. There is zero political correct bullshit that goes on in our fucking house. We say it the way that it fucking is. And if you don't fucking like it, you know where the door is. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. It's our fucking house. We'll say it how we want. I was trying to get the backpack unlocked before I quit the stream, actually. But that stupid medium leather. It's elusive as... Oh, not as elusive as it was. It was being very elusive and annoying. And the reason for that is there was one mechanic specific to this update that I wanted to test out. Because if I can use my backpack as a fucking quiver, I'm making every arrow I can. Like, we're gonna make Hawkeye feel impotent by the time I'm done. We're gonna make Green Arrow purple with fucking envy. We're gonna have so many fucking arrows that it would make the Spartans from 300 piss themselves in fucking fear. I am never going to run out of arrows again. Oh, they also made it so they auto-deposit. Nice! That, I think. Yeah, no, they auto-deposit now. Bravo. Bravo, Hypixel. Nice! Dumb question. I gotta know. Give me a treat. I want to know. No. Battle axes do not, in fact, affect trees. Have enough to make Okay, well, I'm not gonna go running back down into the mines, so unless I have it here... Which I don't think I do. Oh, I do actually. Sweet. We'll make an iron hatchet before we get off of here, because I kind of want to run my mouth a little bit more. Like, they're not wrong, though. YouTube... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted that... Excuse me. YouTube is, like, the most real. 100%. Their viewership is, like, the most real. My content has ranged over the last, like, year and a half from politics to gaming. I've discussed some survival tactics. I've discussed all kinds of shit. Like, it's kind of a multi-niche channel, and I know that is a terrible, terrible thing to do. Like, you should never do that. But I'll give you some base stats here. I have 15 subscribers. I've had 8,700 views over the last... well, it says I joined in 2014, but I've only been content creating for, like, a year and a half, right? My realistically speaking, and I do believe that channel creation metric probably plays into that. I would have to talk to someone more specifically from YouTube about that metric to see if that may be playing a factor, because, like, I am definitely an older YouTube viewer, meaning I've been in the YouTube viewership span since before 2014, actually. It was probably closer to about 2013. Or maybe, actually, no, earlier than that, 2014 was just when I made this specific account. Like, back then I had the intention of making an actual, what's the word there? An actual, like, YouTube creator thing happen. Just a whole lot of life got in the way, and my stupid ass let certain people try to dictate what I was going to do and what I wasn't going to do with my life. And because of that, like, my opportunity to do things like this kind of took a back seat. The difference now is, anyone who tells me how I'm going to do my shit, like, if you're going to come into my home and tell me what the fuck I'm doing, I'm going to tell you right where to go. And it's not going to be a very pleasant place to be. So, like, there have been some changes in my life in such a drastic way that, like, you're not going to come into my home and tell me I'm not streaming, or that I am streaming. I will stream on my own fucking discretion, plain and simple. If I so fucking choose to stream on a given day, I'm going to fucking do it. And my give a damn is busted on the whole, it's not a real job thing. I don't care if you think it's a real job or not. It's not supposed to be a fucking job. It's something I want to do. And I'm tired of being told that I can't do what I want to do with my own fucking life. So. Oh, did you shit or fart? God, that dog. Ugh. I'll tell you what. That dog, just the smell of her passing gas, is gonna be the death of me. Like, that's a good 10-15 feet away that she passed gas, and ugh. But anyway, yeah, dog farts aside. If you like the content, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I think we're gonna bug out. It's been about 3.5 hours. It's not really spectacular. Normally I'd try to push for the solid 4, but... And this one's gonna give me a little bit of trouble somewhere. My ass hurts because this chair sucks. And I really can't handle sitting here for much longer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to buzz off of the stream for probably the rest of the day. Unless I can squeak in another one later tonight, which I doubt. And we're going to just kind of make the day work the way that it's going to work. But again, if you like the content, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Share it amongst your friends. Hit the follow button on the platforms that want you to pay to subscribe, because I don't necessarily need you to pay for subscriptions. That's not okay. I don't like paid subscriptions to my stuff. And I have my own theories about that one. Largely, my problem with that one is you'll pay them for the subscription, and I'll see, like, what, half of it. So if you're going to pay me for a subscription to something that I have, maybe we'll look into some plushies and set up a Patreon at some point. But not through Makeshift, because right now they fucking suck. We'll try to find a company that doesn't give a shit about your religious or political views on your stream. Which, by the way, before I get off here, I'm going to say the world needs more creating services like that for, like, t-shirts and memorabilia from certain streams and whatnot. They really don't care as long as you're not breaking some law about, like, you know, doing something illegal that you can get away with slapping whatever you want on a t-shirt. Like, maybe we need to set up, like, a free speech network kind of thing where it's, like, a list of, like, companies that generally don't give a damn what you put on your products that you want to sell to your specific viewers and customers. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. I'm kind of rambling for the sake of rambling, and I'm tired of doing it, and my legs and butt hurt.